Yeah, how's it all going? My name's Daniel Farr. I'm the fat guy for the box tick they need for the diversity bill. I'm happy you can't laugh at fat people now, but it does make this job harder. Do you know we're putting safe spaces on university campuses now for bigger people? Oh, it's got to be a pretty big space, always located next to the cafeteria. As I got off the train, I was walking here, and we'll call him a gentleman. This gentleman came up to me. He was like, "Hey, cuz, what ends?" I was like, "What ends? Where do I come from?" "Oh, Bexley Heath." "Where are you moving to?" I was like, where am I going?" "Oh, to where the venue is." God, it's like the fucking Brixham rendition of Cotton Eye Joe. Where'd I come from? Where'd I go? Thing is though, if you're like me, you're shit at geography. I didn't learn about towns and cities. I just learned about rocks and volcanoes. Now, you tell me an area, I'm gonna guess what that area's like solely on how you are and the way you speak. I mean, if you were like, Kensington fam, I'd be like, oh, sounds awful, doesn't it? Oh, bet you had a rough childhood. But where on the other hand, if they're like, oh, I'm from Peckham, it's like, oh, lovely area, lovely tea rooms. Really up and coming? I was I was in Turkey a couple of weeks ago. That's true. It's a quick short story. And yeah, there were two American women who were, oh my god, I'm American. And they were like, tonight, Stacey, tonight we are going to do all 7 cocktails on the menu. And the other one was like, oh my god, you're crazy. I was like, is this mad? This will be a Tuesday night for us in England. Half of you are going to smash that tonight. It's a Wednesday. No, the other night I was talking to this girl at the bar. It was all going well, chatting up, using my smoothest lies. I own a business. I'm an entrepreneur. No, my mum lives with me. She's my tenant. All that bollocks. Got her number. Hey, out of nowhere, I had this sneak freeze. Sneak freeze. Like freak sneeze. Like, when them like freak sneezes that comes from like the depths of hell. Like, yeah, so went everywhere. She asked me to give me her number back. Like, you can't retract that. I earned that. You can never message me back, calm. You can block me, calm. But I ain't returning the number. Same night, yeah. My mate's having a tough time of it. He broke up with his baby's ex. She cheated on him, but, he's the bastard. Thing is, she cheated on him. I kid you not. Her name is Faithful. It's okay, she's a Capricorn. It was a full moon. Send her 12 birthday cards, one for each of her personalities. Anyways, he gets a message at 11 p.m. at night asking for 40 quid because she's just realised the baby needs nappies and formula. Oh, I never knew Albanian drug dealers did formula. Oh, they're really expanding into other markets. He always said it was weird though because the kid's never been on formula; it was always on the breast. And especially the fact that his kid's 5 years old. Yeah, but I can't be going out anymore. And as soon as you leave the house, you dropped 100 quid straight away before you've even started. That's man, what equality. I can't afford that bill anymore. You ever 2 a.m. in the morning, right? So if you're like me, you've got about 20 different bank accounts. Just because you've opened them, 5 years back, you never done anything with it. Do you ever round you 2 in the morning, check each one, hoping that you forgot that you was a secret millionaire? Yeah, always ends up being about 33p. Kesha's got a new tour. It's called the Tits Out Tour. Oh, last time I shared my ideas with her. But, my girlfriend, real talk here, equality. Imagine if you treated your girlfriend like one of the boys. Like, my mate John, he's going there, he's got the monk haircut. At the pub the other night, he walks in with a fucking toupee. Came into the pub wearing it like nothing happened. We ripped him for 4 hours straight. Finally, he snaps, can't take any more of it. throws his toupee onto the table. Louis goes, "All right, mate, keep your hair on." Now, if I ever mentioned to my girlfriend that she had a spot, she wouldn't talk to me for 7 days. I was like, "Oh yeah, so yeah, I've got a twin. Hey, he lives in Scotland. He's 6'4". I'm 5'10". Any short people in the audience tonight?" "Oh, I'll ask you to stand, but there's no point. Like I said, he's a doctor. I work in a pub. But you can guess who Mum brags about, you know. But, what's really interesting is how my twin acted during lockdown. Being a doctor, being sexy and skinny, he was looked as a hero. Like I said, he exercises, he's fit, good for him. And he used to always go jogging on a Thursday night at 6 p.m. for an hour. Now, who can remember what we used to have to do at 7 o'clock on a Thursday night? That's it. All your neighbours get, in your dressing robe, all that, get your pots and pans outside, slapping them. So he'd come back, to all the neighbours applauding him in our way. Wheeling down a fucking cul-de-sac. He ran round it 12 times. And people were saying, Dan, don't worry about it. He's not better than you. He's not more successful than you. He's not better looking than you. Didn't have to be written in my birthday card every year, though. Cheers, Nat. I win. She's dead now. Did you know this about doctors? When it comes to the end of someone's life, when they're unalived, when they're declared dead, a doctor needs to declare this. And when they die, there's what you died of, time of death, all that jazz. Every time they do this, they get paid £82. They must have made a mint during COVID. My twin, I say he lives in Scotland, has just bought his house next to Southside Nursing Hospice. Pops in there every day just to see how they're doing. "Right, Maureen, how's the hip?" "Oh, heard it's going to be a cold winter this year." My twin is the only person who's actually against the winter fuel allowance. If it's cold enough, he might be able to renovate his second living room. No, but it's hard being the ugly one. I mean, the thing is, if you're a man and you're ugly, you're fucked. You got to be funny. Thing is that if you're a woman and you're ugly, that ain't the case. You just become an artist. Now, guys, we haven't got many tools to change our appearance except a beard. Women have fucking millions. They have. You ready for this? They have face primer, foundation, CCBB cream, colour correcting concealer, contouring, highlighter, blush, bronzer, eyebrow pencils, eyeshadow primer, eyeliner, lash primer, mascara, lip primer, lip liner, lip balm, lip gloss, lipstick, setting powder, setting spray, eyebrow shadow gel, beauty blender, makeup brushes, eyelash curler, fake hair nails, fake dye, acrylic nails, and a spandex. Even after all this, they still use filters on their photos. Whereas men, all we have is shoes that make us go from like this to this. Oh, and they say now don't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a book by its cover, no. Well, I have mixed feelings about this. So, in the investment world, a good way to judge something is to look at its historical data. Because that could statistically maybe predict the future. So, it's like, let's not look at a company's financial history before investing. No, but, if she's got a YOLO 2016 tattoo and all her exes look like a line of Belmarsh's finest, that ain't a red flag. That's a fucking stock market crash. Oh, wait, all over again. And let's be real here. The only women dropping the past don't matter lines are the ones whose past reads like a true crime podcast. Yeah, Idaho phase. It was between 2012 and 2014. Bitch, that's a decade! But, you can't apply this logic to anything else. Now, imagine walking into a job interview. Interviewer. So, why'd you get fired from your last job? Judgy much. The past is the past. I'm a totally different employee now. And the thing is, though, modern women are now calling these women empowered entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, told you I was one. Which look, girl, go get the bag. Do you know what I mean? But the second a dude whips out his wallet to pay for this shit, he's a lonely simp, fucking cuck, needs to touch grass. I mean, when did the customer become wrong? I thought the customer's always right. And let's be real, the same girl's yelling, "I don't need no man," are cashing cash app notifications from Big Daddy Dan, 68. Yeah, 69 was taken. Like, girl, you absolutely need a man. Just because you ain't seeing them, you still need the men, especially these ones with pre-wank clarification, poor impulses, and a PayPal balance. I mean, who's actually paying for this? Like, who's doing this monthly subscription? They think it's a relationship, whilst their favourite influencer is out here posting a picture with her tits out between her thighs saying, "All men are scum." It's the duality of the scam. But men have had enough of getting scammed. We went on the grift now, and here's what I love: AI. Now, AI's out here doing God's work. People like to be using it for, like to read books, to make art, to preserve data, helping doctors. Nah, let's use it for something else. So I use AI to turn myself into Samantha, an 18-year-old cheerleader from Ohio. Now, when I dance, the algorithm turns my chub bod into a sexy schoolgirl illusion, like a reverse Swan Lake, but with more PayPal donations. Future's here, boys. If you can't beat them, catfish them. Well, this ain't funny, but genuine question. What happens to a girl's OnlyFans account when she dies? Like, is it part of the inheritance? Because some of these are worth money. Like, are we gonna have like fourth, fifth generational OnlyFans women? I hate this society. I mean, we've reached a point where everything a woman does is empowering. Woo, girl, power. Oh, I'm so empowered. Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling empowered today? You getting the energy? You getting the aura? You getting your... Shut up, Karen. You got 6 kids by 4 different dads. Your womb is a revolving door. And the last thing society needs is you empowering another future benefit claimant into existence. Now, I think these, for the street ladies, hate Father's Day. It's coming up. They hate it for 2 reasons. 1, their dad left them, or they don't know who their dad is. And 2, for their own kids, it's like a game of Cluedo. Was it Tyrone in the club bathroom or Dave from the unemployment office? And let's talk about empowerment hierarchy. The fatter you are, the more unemployed you are, the brighter I hate men colour hair you've got, the more society's got to applaud you. Meanwhile, Kelly in accounting, who actually shows on time, doesn't smell of vape juice, and 0 cum stains on her rip tights. Ugh, pick me energy. But Goss Claire, with the fuck the patriarchy, crop top, 17 piercings, and the job that's just arguing on TikTok, slay queen. She's the hero. At this point, doesn't empowerment just mean I refuse to take accountability for my shitty life? I could do anything. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman syndrome, we call it. Shelley, love, the council pays you to raise your kids. He's 7 and he still thinks crayons are suppositories. Maybe focus less on empowerment and more on parenting. It's funny how the suffragette movement, it kicked off in the second. The second lives coming out a little bit more comfortable. All throughout history, men have taken the risks. Women have been the cheerleaders, and they've helped, and it's been amazing. The second air conditioning was invented, along came the suffragette movement. They no longer need a man. 95% of men are pilots. 90% of construction, 90% of construction workers, 95% of firefighters. Besides, the leaders of the LA Fire Department, $150 billion just to not look woke. And women hate it, and they want to blame men for everything. And we are what's wrong with society. So, what's your name, pal? John. John, what do you do for a living? I'm a builder. Okay, John, so you're a builder, you get up at the 6 in the morning, winter, rain, summer or fall, you do a hard graft, you're having places for people to live so they can take their families and providing for the next generation. You're the problem at what is with society. So what do you do? I work in consulting. Okay, so you're helping financial moves, bringing money into the economy, so we can help the less fortunate in life. You're the problem, like that. But no, the real damage is these influencers living in a narcissistic echo chamber where their followers worship them like a cult. Do you know who else had that sort of energy? Hitler. Dude was the original 20th century influencer. Same playbook. Believe in me, I'm always right. My opinions are more important than your facts. And here's the problem. We all know it's bullshit. But as men, we're biologically programmed to chase shiny things. Ooh, pretty girl. Ooh, shiny light. See, girl, my dick. Every time I open Instagram, I'm done with women. Let me ask you, anyone out here married? Give me a cheer. All right, now give me a cheer if you're single. Now give me a cheer if you're divorced. Right, do you know when people get married, they say women, and this is women's maths, not my maths. Women's maths has calculated this. That a woman's workload increases by 6 hours a week, and a man's decreases by one. So it takes a woman 6 hours, it only takes a man one. And marriage is a scam. We all know it. Joe, in marriage, a man and a woman's divorce rate is 49%. A woman and a woman's divorce rate is 72%. And a man's marriage is 29%. And we say men are the problem. So, by my math, it takes married lesbians, if it's 6 to 1, 12 times as long to do a job of a married gay couple. No wonder why the gay community is smashing it getting so popular. Oh, I might give it a go myself one day. But back in the day, sure, religion, legitimacy, bastard kid fell in fear of hellfire, fine. They sold it as love, but it's more about control. But now, what's the point? What's mine is yours. Unless what yours is worth more, then suddenly we're a team and I owe you half of my life's work. I mean, the stats don't lie. And this is really something I care about here. Men are 9 times more likely to kill themselves after divorce, whilst women get happier. Yet somehow, through guilt trips, social pressure, and emotional manipulation, you've convinced us it's a good deal. And the cruelest trick, you make us get on one fucking knee for it and beg. Fucking witchcraft. Yeah, so I'm single now. Cheers. I've started using dating apps because I don't want to die alone. I tried about 5 years ago with zero success, but I thought I'm older now, more mature, might try again. Thing is, I hate taking pictures. I like zero photos of me. Like I'll never take a picture of myself because I'm not vain and I'm an introvert, so I don't like them. And I never want to be a picture of someone else because I can't control how I look. Double chin, dribbling, wonky eye. Before that's gonna be banged all over social media. I'm gonna go missing, and that's the photo everyone's gonna use. So I've only got 2 photos of me. One is my passport, and the other one was at my nan's funeral. But I've started using dating apps. Anyone here use dating apps? Which one do you use? Tinder. Damn, you're here for the dick. Single mum life, gang gang. Another one? What about yourself? Oh, Bumble. Oh, girl. You're looking for love. Who's hurt ya? But it's hard out there. I mean, the problem is I speak from the heart and I go too quickly. Like, if I put one more X than they do, I'll be convinced they hate me. So I've been on a couple of dates. They've gone okay, but God, people are very woke nowadays, aren't they? But I'm still expected to pick up the bill. Nah, babe, all about equality. I'm looking for marriage. I was met with this girl. She told me she had cancer. I was like, I'm looking for something more long term. The real actual member at my uni is This is real, actually. I remember how my uni is. Me and the boys, we were chilling in the kitchen, banging out FIFA, and the girls behind us on the table chatting about primary ed or some shit. This ain't funny. Just want to get off my chest. This is my therapy. We were chilling there. There was this Polish girl, Alicia. Now she used to lie about everything, and one of them. And she's a model. She's a millionaire. You know, all that. And I can't remember how cancer, came up, and she was like, "Oh, I once had cancer." And Jen was like, "Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what type of cancer did you have?" And she was like, "Oh, about 70%." 70%. It ain't a percentage. Anyways, dating apps. So I met this other girl. Went all right for a while. She's a bigger girl. She's a big girl, and no matter what I do, I can't win. Her birthday was coming up. We were 3-4 months in. So I was like, you know what? I'll be nice. And she's moaning about her weight. I bought her the Monjaro jab. She took it as me being offensive. I thought, I wanted to help her. And, I love presents I could benefit from too as well. So this next bit is 100% true. Okay? So I am single now, but I'd rather be single than with my ex. Now I ain't gonna speak ill of her, but she was the devil. Looked sweet and innocent, pouty, behind closed doors, slowly stole my soul. She was verbal, abusive, cheater. One night she snapped my glasses in half. They told me to drive her home. Can't take away one of them vital requirements. Now, I saw her best at worst. She'd send me pictures with her with all filters on. It's like, look, I know what you look like. Last night I was holding your hair back while she was deep throwing the toilet. Now you're sending me a filtered pic like you're a princess. That's why I hate filters. They're getting out of hand now. Proper catfishing. It won't be long before supermarkets, self checkouts have filter cameras on them. It's got that camera to make sure you ain't nicking anything. Before you start scanning, you should be able to see what filter you want to use. My ex forgot what she looked like, and when she looked up, saw a video, she screamed. Ah! People turn around. God, they fuck me. They thought we've got our savers card. Now, my ex, she fell pregnant. She lied to me, and she said it was mine. Made me pay for everything. And I found out 38 weeks weren't mine. She finally told me over dinner. She was crying. I was crying. Everyone thought I proposed and started clapping. We're both sitting there in tears. They were bringing us champagne. But, best of luck to her. They always say you left a bad taste in the mouth. They always say your taste buds are from what your mother ate when pregnant. So my ex's kid's going to love cocaine and cock. Best thing though is we broke up now, but I still hang out. I still message, go out for a drink with her dad. He's a cool dude. We go to the pub together. She fucking hates it. Did he mention me? Not once. Oh, you can feel the anger, can't you? Yeah, so it's not going well for me. So I tried the women and failed. Mum don't want to hang out with me because I'm too depressing. So I might give it a go with the gay guys now. I went to Brighton Uni. I can figure out the scene pretty quick. Any gays in the building tonight? Well, thanks for coming out. Now, I've got a lot of gay mates. Well, I've got one, Liam. So it's the modern day equivalent of I've got loads of black friends. I got one, his name was Albert. But Liam, my gay mate, my bestie, my gay bestie, my guestie. We do all kind of shit together. Not that shit, but hang out, go bars. He's a good wingman. Send each other shit from Etsy. Never and ever play the guy at board games. In chess, he only wants to use the queen. At Scrabble, you'll be sitting there smug with like bucket, boom, 28 points, double score applied, slap it. They'll be sitting there 204 points. LGBTQ, RZ, UR. It's a made up word. You can't be using numbers. But there's a different level brackets of gay, isn't there? You got your level ones. I could be partial to some cock. All the way down to your level 10, your Tinkerbell gold medalists. Now the thing is though, that voice, you ain't born with it. It's like a Cockney. You never really get a Cockney gay, do you? I'm a Chappney ferret, looking for a big rich. Any cocks about tonight, geezer? Weird, because, cock's literally the name Cockney. Yeah, it's like a false accent. And you never see them talking about anything serious, like two divas. They're just living, loving life. The thing is, though, apparently in the gay world, I would be referred to as a bear because I'm quite big, quite hairy. Now, I'm sort of shitting myself when they do the 100 men versus one bear, who would win. Oh, my ass could have taken the pounding. Right, so in recent news, there was a girl, 21-year-old, good looking white blonde girl. Oh, yeah, fuck her, first of all. But, she got arrested in Saudi Arabia for smuggling in poppers. She looked at a long prison sentence. I mean, poppers and Saudi Arabia. It's weird because Saudi Arabia miraculously has zero gay guys there. Isn't that an amazing coincidence? I mean, I've always said, and I will stand by this, never ever fuck with a country where the religion is stronger than the government. Muslim countries, we're a bunch of bitches over here. But, Muslim majority cultures, which is quite weird actually, because Muslim majority cultures, it's common for men to hold hands as a sign of friendship, respect, and brotherhood. Still kind of gay, innit? I got guy mates. Like, fuck, am I on holiday holding his hand walking down the road? But yeah, Sharia law, do not fuck with it. So I lived in Malaysia for 2 years, from the age of 19 to 21. And I had a girlfriend out there, Susie, who was a Muslim. We dated for about 6 months, She wore the hijab burqa thing. But with Sharia law, you can't fuck about with that. We weren't allowed to drink together, weren't allowed to hold hands. If we were caught behind closed doors, then I'd have been forced to marry her. If not, I'd have either been imprisoned or stoned to death. So I was very clever about this. I always fucked her when the doors open. Hey, thank you. My name's been Daniel Fart. You've been a great audience. Cheers.